What if everything you thought you knew about Africa was wrong? From the endless savanna to the vibrant metropolis, the reality of the diverse continent is richer and more complex than the stereotypes suggest. In this video, I am going to clear some of the misconceptions people have about Africa. A whole lot of people say, oh, Africa is a jungle. Africa is a forest. People live under trees. People climb trees to stay. People live on water. Yes, that happened, but that was years back in the 1800s. So, guys, take your popcorn and let's sit down and listen to this interesting clearance that I have to make in this video. Okay? Now, let me talk about this particular one. A whole lot of people say, oh, Africa is like a forest. Africa is where wild animals live with them. Africa is a place where when you go, you see a lion walking with humans. This is a misconception. It's not true. Africa is far, far developed than these things that we say or these things that people make up in movies. Now, you have somebody that was born in Africa and has never seen a lion his or her entire life till his or her old age. Okay? It happens. Now, we have special places where we have these wild animals living with the people. That's because Africa still try to maintain their culture. We have cultures where the wild animals actually live with the people in that particular society, and the wild animals do not hurt any single human being. That's a culture. And those cultures are not even common anymore. I tell you, lions are rare. Lions are not common anymore. Gone were the days where you'll be there and lions will just intrude into the society or the community. It doesn't happen anymore. Even the wild animals are now scared to come closer to where humans are. And if you're looking for wild animals, you have to walk deep down the forest. Like you have to go deep down the forest. That's miles away, miles apart. Okay? So if you are still living with the perception that Africans still live without wild animals, oh, we are scared. Oh, no, I'm not going to Africa. That's a misconception. Those that have come to Africa have actually seen the joy, the peace, the nature in Africa here. So don't be deceived by what is happening in the internet. So I hope I'm able to convince you in this particular video. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is a lot of people, especially that are not living in Africa, say, "Oh, they live on trees, they live in huts, they live uh, on water. Some even say they live under stones in caves." Oh my goodness! Like I ask myself, when last did these people visit Africa? See, there are some parts of Africa when you see, you'll be like, oh my goodness, is this Africa? Yes, this is no joke. Africans do not live on trees, they do not live under trees. Gone were the days. It doesn't happen anymore. It is not even common for somebody to live on a tree. Maybe that person is not normal. Yes, because it doesn't happen. Africans now live in rooms, comfortable rooms. You see an African home and you be like, wow, is this an African home? Because it looks like a Western home. Africans are no more primitive. Africans have gone past that. Okay? Now it's rare for you to see people sleeping in caves. I've never seen a cave before. So as a lot of people have never seen caves before. It's just the truth. A lot of people that have not visited Africa for a long time still have the notion that, oh, Africa, oh my God, they sleep with dust. Yes, I am not trying to say it doesn't happen. It happens in movies, like I said. It's no more common. Okay? Trust me, when you want the best and better homes to live, come to Africa because the nature, they represent their homes with nature. No matter how well furnished the home is, you still see nature. Okay? So this is a misconception that people ask. Oh, you're from Africa. Where do you people sleep? How is Africa like? Oh my goodness. Just do your own research and you know what I'm talking about. Africa is just the amazing continent that you can ever find yourself. Now, the third thing I want to talk about is most people that have never visited Africa or have visited Africa for a long time be like, Africans are so primitive. Even their food, ew. Really? Really? Have you done your research well? Africa is the only continent that has the most healthiest food you can ever get because Africans have least preserved foods. Africans have the most natural food you can ever get. Africans are people that actually have herbs. If you still believe in herbs, if you still believe in leaves, roots, barks of trees to be used to be taking care of ailments, Africans have that. And trust me, what do you want more than health? Nothing. Even your money cannot buy you good health. Living in Africa, you can just chew a leaf and you'll be healed. You just chew a stick and you'll be fine. We eat a lot of toxic stuff these days. So, detoxifying your system with some of these herbs, when I say herbs, I'm not meaning the black magic a lot of people think. When I say herbs, I mean the leaves of trees, the bark of trees, the roots of trees, the branches of trees, and all of that. You can just chew to heal yourself, to take care of yourself. I tell you, it's just the honest truth. If not Africa, where will you get this? Just be sincere with yourself. That is why a lot of people, from their research, they say that Africans are the most healthiest people you can ever get. Before you see an African so sick, that means that sickness is serious, like taking the person to the grave. If not, there's so many things that you can do and you will never fall sick for 10 years, 20 years. And I'm not just saying this because I'm saying it, I'm saying it from a fact. So, Africa is not a primitive place, and it's not a primitive place that a lot of people think. No, no. Development is here. Development is right here under my nose. We even have well furnished hospitals that are still operating in Africa here. Yes, still talking about health wise. People say, oh, pregnant women give birth in the house, they don't go to the hospital. It's not common. Gone were the days we used to have local midwives, but now it's not common. We don't have them anymore. Yes, they are there, but they are not many. Okay? They live in the typical villages. That's where they still practice some of these things. Africa have hospitals that take care of patients, people that are in labor, people that need blood, people that need to be injected. They treat them all in the hospital. People still think that Africans just depend on herbs. No. Yes, our herbs, our heritage. Herbs are still working magically well. But hospitals are also doing their work. We've not forgotten of hospitals. Most hospitals in Africa are ranked as the best hospitals in the world. How about that? I am not exaggerating. Do your own research. I am not exaggerating, guys. So these are misconceptions that people have about Africa. And it's high time we clear them off the internet, clear them off people's mentalities, and let them think straight that Africa is a continent where you should find yourself in. People even travel from most Western countries to come to Africa just for their honeymoon, for their vacations, and all of that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is a lot of people say Africans are so dumb. Hmm? Dumb? Now, there is this common saying in my local dialect that education doesn't mean you're knowledgeable. We have book knowledge, we have home knowledge. Africans are not dumb. Of course, we are not. Education wise, Africans love education. That is why when you take a look at some of these developmental projects that are happening in the world, you see Africans there. That's because Africans love education. Africans love to learn. Africans love to transform their societies. So a lot of people study in Africa here and go to further their educations in the Western countries like the USA, UK, Germany, Canada, and all of that. Let's talk of doctors, nurses, teachers, journalists, politicians, name them. A whole lot of people go to the Western country just to study and then equip themselves with the necessary knowledge. And when they come back to Africa, they also equip Africans with that knowledge they have gone to learn. So Africans are not dumb. I remember somebody telling me in one of my live streams that, oh my God, I said this. Would you even understand? I was like, I understood you perfectly well. I'm not dumb. So that's to tell you that Africans are not dumb. It's just a misconception. It's a misconception, oh. Now, the next point I want to talk about is a lot of people say that, ew, Africans still eat fresh meat raw. I see it more often on the internet. Just that some cultures still practice it doesn't mean Africans eat raw meat. I cannot eat raw meat right now. I'll vomit. It's a misconception. So let's grow up. Guys, I don't know where you're watching me from, but please, wherever you're watching me from, if you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. I will happily answer you. Okay? Whatever you want to know about Africa, if you have any question, you have some doubts, just drop it in the comment section and trust me, I will answer it for you. Okay? So I'd like to end my video here. If this is your first time, please do well to subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share. And I love you so much. Do well to always come back. See you in my next video. Bye.